Yo, 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 what is up? What is up? What is going on, guys? Hope everyone's having a fantastic day. Hope everyone's having... I forgot it was fucking Friday today. I totally forgot it was Friday, but happy to have you guys here today because obviously we haven't really talked since the... We haven't really talked since... it's been a while. I think since the trade deadline we haven't really talked. And now we're coming to the weekend now. Next week is an important week. We got 2 division games. And the Eagles look pretty fucking healthy. Surprisingly, I didn't think they were going to look too healthy going into this week, but I thought they looked pretty good. Look pretty good. You got Dallas that's in complete fucking shambles. It's so weird because it doesn't even feel like Dallas week this week. It's just like Dallas fans haven't really talked a lot of shit this year, and I obviously know why. I think we all know. But we have some business to take care of next week. You want to get in Dallas and get out of Dallas as fast as you possibly can. You want to get these leads. You want to get into Sunday, get some lead. And you want to sit these starters as early as you possibly can in this game because you want to get out of there, you want to get out of there as healthy as possible because you have a big game, which will be probably the biggest game, probably the best game on Thursday Night Football so far come next week, next Thursday against the Washington Commanders to really see who is the better team. Okay, obviously I am all in on my Philadelphia Eagles when it comes to the game against the Washington Commanders because I just feel like at this point, I need to see how good Washington really is. I think they've looked great at times. I think they've looked, the last couple weeks, they haven't looked fantastic. Let's see how they look against the Pittsburgh Steelers come Sunday and really go through this whole thing together. We'll find out. We'll see. It all depends, man. All depends between the coaching, the play calling, decision making, obviously putting points on the board when they're necessary, and you have those big leads. So, that's where it comes into, But I'll say hi to everybody in the chat. What's going on? We got KJ. What's going on? KJ says that you saw Nick said Jalen. Oh, yeah, we're going to get into all that. We're going to get into all of that today because we did make a video for tomorrow as well. Robert, what's going on, man? Tommy, what's up, Joey? Everyone got a feast this week. Barkley, AJ Smitty got it. We got to win by 2 touchdowns minimum. Yeah, we're going to be talking about Saquon Barkley because I think this week for Saquon Barkley is dangerous territory for him, and we'll go through that in a second. Yo, King DV, what's going on, man? King DV Sports says, what's good, Joey? We can't take the Cowboys lightly. We can't afford Sirianni shenanigans. That is fucking true. That is fucking true. So, I get it, man. Trek said, what up, Joey? What's going on, man? So what's going on, Joey? What's going on, Philly? Jade said, we need to see what Shipley could do, man. I think we are missing out on seeing what he could really do. I think he's a dog who needs the leash off. No, I agree with that. The problem I have going into this game on Sunday, even next week, because you have 2 games next week. You're coming off of 1 game against the Giants, okay? You're coming off of a couple games. A few games are, if Saquon has had some major carries, okay? What was it, like 22 carries? 22 carries against the Giants. I don't know how many carries he had with the Bengals, but I know it was a lot. You have 31 touches for Saquon Barkley for the Jaguars game and 27 carries, 27 rushes for that game. He's in dangerous territory right now. And because Kenneth Gainwell did absolutely nothing in that Jaguars game, you had to revert back to Saquon. And look, I don't care if they, I love having more Saquon, no doubt about it. But if you want to keep him upright and keep him fresh, like look at David Montgomery and look at the Lions running backs. They both have together 14 touchdowns. They have 7 touchdowns apiece. Their carries are only 9 to 10 carry difference. Okay, I think there's a huge drop off from Saquon to fucking Kenneth Gainwell. It's not like I don't like Kenneth Gainwell. I just don't like how the Eagles view him realistically, just how they value him. And honestly, I think it's hurting us because Saquon Barkley, allegedly is on pace for like over 500 fucking touches. Okay? It's just not good enough. It's way too much. It's way too much. 500 touches is over 500 touches is going to be way too much. Gainwell was not really, he had one first down. I don't think Gainwell did much in that game on fucking Sunday. Nothing. So if you're not playing Will Shipley, then what is he here for, man? What is he here for? You know what I mean? Let me search this up real quick because I think this is important. Well, what was Will Shipley? A third round pick? Right? Am I wrong? What was he, third rounder? I mean, that's even worse, man. How is he not getting touches? How is he not getting touches? I had to look back because I totally forgot. You're hitting like everyone just think, oh, just run Saquon. It's easy to say run Saquon, but guys, he's not going to be able to contain his body. The guy's going to get injured. The guy is he's going to hit injuries because we're running him way too much. Okay, I understand he's had 925 yards. We want to get him over 1,000. I get it. You know, I think he'll be the leading rusher by the end of the. I think he'll be the leading rusher at the end of the year this year if they're on pace to do what they're doing with him. You know, but it's going to be really interesting. You know, we'll see what happens, but I don't like how there's only so much we could do. You know what I mean? But you got to get other guys involved. You know, I would have loved to trade for a running back this past week, but we didn't do it. Jason Rhodes says, love your streams, dude. Thank you for taking all the shit in my life away for a couple hours. You and Philly are by escape. Well, dude, I know what that's like, bro. Just hold on and just keep your head up, dude. Whatever you're doing, you know, I totally get it. Been in that place a million times in my life. Trust me, it would make your head spin. But I'm glad that we could do that for you. You know, it's all that matters. You know what I mean? What's up? Reggie says, what's up, fam? Let's go. Birds. Jade says, I think the Steelers are going to beat the Commanders. They have a high pack defense that will make Daniel struggle. Yeah, we'll see what happens, man. It's a test after test, man. Tom said, would it be awesome for us to put up a game like the Lions did against Dallas, going to Washington game that would carry so much momentum? But I get wanting to pull starters for rest. I would pull starters in a half a fucking second. I do not care. I'm not trying to run up the fucking scoreboard. I think a lot of teams have been pissed at the line. A lot of teams have been pissed at the Lions for running up the scoreboard. Okay. They like to rub salt in the wound at the end of those games if they have big leads. But for the Eagles, I'm already surprised enough. Like, Devontae Smith had a hamstring, and he's full now. A.J. Brown, I didn't even expect to fucking play at all until maybe Thursday night as a game-time decision. I know he had swelling in the knee, but I didn't really expect A.J. Brown to even play in this game on Sunday. You know, it will help tremendously, no doubt, but... LeBron, what's going on, man? So what up, Joey? I hope would be way more confident in this game if we didn't have so many injuries. It's ridiculous, especially if we don't have our QB, but shit, anything could happen. Oh, yeah, probably. I mean, I think the one thing the Cowboys have over the Eagles right now is they have a quarterback that the Eagles have no tape on. So, I mean, really, they can come out with Cooper Rush and they could do some things that the Eagles have never seen because we don't really have Cooper Rush on tape for this season. So that's like probably one of the biggest things. Dallas doesn't have a run game, obviously. Offensive line looks banged up right now. Trevon Diggs is questionable. Micah Parsons questionable. Obviously, Dak, I think, is on IR officially. I don't really know yet. But I mean, yeah, I mean, realistically for me, like I mean, injuries are a shit thing, and this is what happens to teams. Unfortunately, the Eagles have had seasons with injuries on top of injuries, and removing our offensive line 20 times in one fucking year. Trust me, I've been through it a million times. But if the Eagles shoot themselves in the foot, the Dallas Cowboys could win this game. As crazy as it could be, you know, it really depends if the Eagles make a lot of mistakes or if they run up the score and, you know, they start letting Dallas come back into this game. You know, it is what it is, but you know, it's just what it looks like right now. So, Giovanni, what's going on? Milestone, hey there, Joey. Beat Dallas. They stink. Henry Floyd says, what are chances of going to the FCE? Can't be shit at home. Look, if they want to get into a top-notch playoff game, man, they have to. They got to do, like, I still don't know if this team could score in the first quarter. Even like the Bengals game, I don't really blame them too much because the Bengals had a lot of time with the ball in their hands at the beginning. But that Jaguars game, I mean, we didn't look great in that first quarter still. Obviously, the special teams turnover really helped us out. You know, Giovanni says, appreciate your live. Always try to get in, always working. Jay says, Shipley gives me the Isaiah Pacheco vibes. He runs like a defender, owes him money, and Barkley is having a high concerning number of carries. Yeah, that's really the big concern right now. Shipley needs to get opportunity. Just like Jalix Hunt needs to get some fucking opportunity on this defensive line. Am I bummed that – I'm not bummed that they didn't get a defensive end to a certain extent for the trade deadline. They're not giving up a second-round pick for a high-priced fucking player. I knew they weren't going to do that. But what I figured they would have tried to do at least was get somewhat of a capable guy in the rotation for a late-round pick. That's what I figured they were going to do. A Chase Young. I don't know. Apparently, Ngakwe is on waivers right now. I don't know if he's signed to any team yet. The Ravens... the Ravens put Yank Ngakwe on waivers to make another move. He is on waivers right now. He hasn't really done much. He has like a sack and like 2 tackles. Like he doesn't have much for the year, but it's at least somebody. You know, like I just wanted at least another look. If they just put Jalix Hunt into the mix, it is what it is. I can appreciate what the Eagles want to do. They want to produce. And guys, we haven't, from Kevin Byard, okay, to some of the other, in-trade seasoned assets, we haven't been great at that since 2017 when we traded for Jay Ajayi for a 4th-round pick, so what's going on, Leon? Okay, we need to blow out Dallas. We need to get a huge lead. Rest our players in the 4th. Washington on a short week will suck. That's the real challenge. Well, look, at the end of the day, too, Washington has a short week, too. I mean, they have a short week as well, guys. You know what I mean? So there's really no excuses for it. Washington is dealing with the same thing. It's not like Washington's coming off a bye week and they're going to be facing us with a lot more rest and they could prepare a lot more. Washington has got the same, Washington is dealing with the same issues we have right now. So do I think Washington is the powerhouse that they think they are? I honestly don't think so at all. I don't. I think there's really good coaching behind that offense. Marshawn Lattimore, I don't know what's with these guys, these Washington Commander fans on Twitter are putting up these Lattimore fucking tweets every fucking day and putting up the plays that he did to us, like that pick he had a couple years ago, or I forgot what year it was. Like stupid shit like that. I'm sorry, but I saw Saquon outrun Lattimore. I've seen Devontae Smith even last year or the year before that. I've seen him get burned by Devontae Smith. I've seen him get burned by A.J. Brown. Like the Lattimore move, they're just not used to signing players. They're not used to having the success that they're favoring right now with their team. So any move that they make, they think like they're the biggest threat. And I don't think they are the biggest threat, honestly. They're definitely not in the NFC. But I don't think roster against roster, we take them by a mile. I mean, realistically, like, they have a good number one. They have Nami Brown. They have Olamide Zaccheaus. I think the Eagles could take care of it, honestly. I think they're hyped up way too much. The Ravens have been like the only great team that they've faced. The Eagles have only faced, I think the Eagles have faced probably 2 teams that were pretty good this year. Green Bay was a good game. And it seems like Atlanta seems like a pretty good team too. So I'd put Atlanta in there as well. We only matched up with Atlanta. We could have been, because we shot ourselves in the foot in that game so many times. They should have blown them the fuck out. Unfortunately, Chris says Barkley on pace for 400 plus. Yeah, it's too much, man. It's too much. Greg said, what up, Joey? Just got off work. Why does Nick give the press too much information on injuries? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think he was asked. So Jalen had practice. So this is what happened a couple days ago. Jalen Hurts had practice. He didn't play. Like, they rested him, which was almost kind of weird. No, he didn't practice on his own. No work to the side. No nothing. And for some weird reason, he said, "Oh, it was a rest day." I was like, "Okay, kind of weird having like a full rest day." And then Nick comes to the podium, I think this morning or yesterday, and was like, "Oh, he's dealing with an ankle injury. We're just being very cautious." He's like, and all the reporters are like, "Wait, ankle injury? What are you talking about?" And Nick's like, "Oh, no, I must have got confused. I was thinking about something else." I'm like, "Oh, Jesus!" Like, so Hurts does have a fucking injury. So Hurts does have an injury. He has an ankle injury right now. That's why they rested his ass a couple days ago. I don't ever see quarterbacks get rested. If you're resting, you're at least having light work in the offense and you're not doing too much. Like, I don't see them completely giving Jalen Hurts an entire fucking day off. I mean, unless they do that with a lot of teams, I don't know, but we'll see. Oh, Patriots got him? Why? Did they really? Tommy said, that's my biggest worry with this team, Sirianni's decision-making when playing top teams. I don't know. It seems like he makes really bad decisions when it's against that's probably not even correct. I think more he's done it this year more against bad teams than he has done against good teams, I guess. But this was the most aggressive game we saw him really make those decisions. The 4th and inches, not taking 2 fucking field goals, failing on three 2-point conversions. I don't mind being aggressive a couple times, but man, this fucking guy could not even this guy couldn't help himself. He honestly couldn't help himself. Brandon Alexander, definitely can't take Dallas light, beat up on them. Don't let it be close. Nick, take the points. Yeah, I agree. Elaine says, Joey, we don't need to put Jalen Saquon 4 quarters, maybe a half. Yeah, it depends how the game is going. Yeah, Philly said Yank went to the Patriots on waivers. That sucks. Why the fuck the Patriots? Why would they even pick him up? I think they're picking him up just in case they want to maybe sign him to a lot, maybe a short term, like maybe a 2-year deal or something. Maybe they want to keep him around, I guess. What a waste that was. LeBron to Joey, Commanders fans so talking. They finally doing good after being asked a couple scenes because Commanders fans been ghosts for years, but now, yeah, I know. It reminds me, you know what? The last time they spoke this much, the last time they felt this fucking good is when they got Josh Norman. Remember when they got Josh Norman and fucking Christ, their chests were out, pumping their chests like crazy. That's the last time they were hyped about fucking anything. Okay, look, I'll give them props like new GM, new management, new owner, 18 free agents. They had $95 million in cap space. They had all the money. They could sign whoever the fuck they want to sign. They finally drafted a good quarterback. And a good quarterback, we'll see. He's only in his first year. And obviously, really when it comes to quarterbacks after they're drafted, it really comes down to their second year. The second year is the most important year, in my opinion, because I think most teams have the blueprint on the quarterback after their first year to see, how is this quarterback really going to respond? But I honestly, the Eagles got to put this team in their place on Thursday night. At home, no fucking mistakes, no bullshit. We have to get past Dallas regardless. But I'm sorry, but even I don't think beating the Bears on a Hail Mary is a fucking realistically is the biggest. It's an entertaining play. Do I get that much out of a fucking Hail Mary? Sure. If they get the win, they get out of there with the win. The Bears are the most overrated fucking team ever. They kept it close with the fucking Giants. They really kept it close with them. So to be honest with you, if the Eagles are playing on all 4 cylinders, they should get a nice win. They should, I'm not saying comfortable, but they should be close to comfortable against the Commanders, to be honest with you. The only way this isn't going to happen is if the Eagles fucking look slow in the first quarter, fit the 15 fucking scripted plays as usual. They can't score in the first quarter. They start playing in the second. Nick gets involved too much. We play off ball. And the one thing I hate about this defense, what they did last game, is because Sirianni is missing all these opportunities because he's being so aggressive, your defense is playing so fucking passive and so off. Okay, off ball that you're letting, as long as you're tackling and as long as you tackle a guy, who cares if they get a 10, 15-yard gain? Who cares as long as you make a tackle in front of you and you keep them in bounds? Who gives a shit? But it's paper cuts after paper cuts after paper cuts, just letting them come down field in big fucking chunk yards. You know, it's not my favorite thing to really look at. You know what I mean? Lattimore hasn't played a full season in 4 years, not worried about any team. I'm not, the Lattimore signing did not, they think it's the most scary fucking signing. I don't know who they thought they signed that day. I honestly don't. I don't know. Like Lattimore, the guy's been, every time the Eagles have faced him, he's done fucking nothing. Okay, he had a pick a couple years ago that they keep bringing up this fucking video every, they'll bring up the videos that favor Lattimore. They won't bring up the videos of Devontae Smith and AJ Brown burning him on every fucking route that they make. Lattimore is not good in open space. He can't cover slants. He can't cover anything that's across the field. He's slow as shit. I mean, look at Saquon Barkley. He outran that whole Saints fucking defense with Lattimore right behind. So I'm not afraid of that fucking team on Thursday night. I'm really not. They're a good team, but they're not. They need to humble themselves and realize that they're not the best team in the NFC East right now. They're not. Okay? If you allow a team that just got assembled this season to like put any type of fucking damage on you, like I think you guys realize now when you don't have AJ Brown in a fucking game, just like in that Jags game when he went out with the knee injury. And remember the unscripted episode where Jalen was like, we need to hit 6. We got to hit 6 right now. Like when Devontae Smith is not involved, man, it fucking sucks. And when you got two number one fucking receivers on this fucking team. I mean, we are in the holy grail of wide receivers right now when it comes to that. As much as I want Jahan Dotson to be involved and I really want him to be involved, it really sucks, dude. Wouldn't it be great to secretly, behind the scenes, get Jahan Dotson involved to kind of get some revenge on the Commanders on Thursday night? Like a 3rd and a 7th round pick, bro. Like, and you do nothing with him, dude. Like he's getting treated like he's just a vertical receiver. Like who's the guy from West Virginia that we drafted from West Virginia? What was his fucking name? He had a horrible fucking camp. He came into that Vikings game, caught a big catch, and then they fucking, then they sat him down. They did nothing. Now with Dallas Goedert being back into the mix, it wouldn't shock me if they wouldn't phase out Jahan Dotson a lot more and do more of those double tight end sets because Jalen Hurts has chemistry with Calcaterra and he has chemistry with fucking Dallas Goedert. Dallas Goedert's just coming back Sunday, so hopefully by Thursday he'll be back to his normal self. But we'll see what happens. All right, Chris with the super chat. First of the night. Thank you so much, man. He said Jalen practiced today, but how does calculus change if, God forbid, he can't play this Sunday? I don't know. He will, though. I mean, he's going to. Hopefully. Appreciate the super chat, man. Leon says, fuck Lattimore, overrated fool. Fuck the Commanders. Yeah, honestly. During the prevent defense's pressure time is Vic's one flaw this year. The prevent gives up 15 yards of play, and there is a red zone in 30 seconds. Yeah, I especially on top of in a game, or at least if you're playing prevent with a big lead, okay, I don't like it, but okay. But when you're literally leaving points off the fucking board, like 9 points for the whole entire game, and probably a touchdown on top of that because that AJ Brown pass, I blame that on more of Jalen Hurts on that one play. That it could have. I think that was when I forgot the defender's name. I forgot his name. That deflection that AJ Brown had the ball in his hands at like the 10-yard line, and it got deflected out of his hands. where Jalen could have led the ball in front of him a little bit more. Shrek says, for real, I'm tired of Washington's BS. They got so fucking lucky beat the Bears. Yeah, I mean, now Jaden Daniels' fucking gloves and the football are in the fucking Hall of Fame. You see that shit? That football and Jaden Daniels' gloves are in the fucking Hall of Fame. I think they're in the Hall of Fame for the fucking for Washington, honestly. I don't know, dude. Like, it's just so like Jaden Daniels is just flexing on the fucking play. Like, it's one of the most luckiest fucking, like, even look, let me tell you something. Okay. If Jalen Hurts and the Eagles kicked 4 fucking field goals and won a game like that, I don't think anybody would respect it. Sure, a win is a win, but I don't think any Eagle fan would even respect that shit. So just saying. Oh, yeah, look at it. Leon, go look at it. Yes. Yes, I saw it a couple days ago. Jaden Daniels' fucking gloves and the football are in the fucking NFL Hall of Fame in a fucking glass case. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's fucking insane, bro. It's fucking insane. Giants' Commanders hype needs to end. They haven't done shit. Yeah. The Shaver says, Hurts said to Kellen, we got to get the ball to Smitty on the unscripted episode. Yep. Real Rich says, Joey Shakes, is Q the next B-Doc? Well, I mean, Q and B-Doc play 2 different positions. But let me tell you, this is what Quinyon Mitchell has done every week. Okay? Quinyon Mitchell, every week of the season, week 1 against Christian Watson, he gave up a catch for 6 yards. Week 2 against Drake London, he gave up a catch for 5 yards. Week 3 against Chris Olave, he gave up 2 catches for 23. Week 4 against Mike Evans, he gave up 2 for 19. Week 6 against Amari Cooper, he gave up 1 for 10. Week 7 against Malik Neighbors, he gave up 1 for 9. And week 8 against Jamar Chase, he gave up 2 for fucking 19. Look what Jamar Chase did last night. Quinyon Mitchell is, oh my God. My fucking God, dude. I look at the Commanders' offense, and I'm not even kidding. I look at their offense, bro. I look at their receivers. I'm like, look what the Giants did against the Commanders. They gave up 2 easy touchdowns to Scary Terry. Like 2 fucking easy, not like barely even covered. You got Naomi Brown, and fucking Olamide Zaccheaus. I mean, you're acting as if like this isn't the Washington Commanders wide receiver. It is not the best fucking wide receiver core we faced this year. 100%. Cooper DeJean obviously is just. I think Cooper DeJean is one of those just, man, his IQ is off the charts, gets off blocks, coverage is sticky. It's crazy. Dotson legacy game? Yeah, I mean, I hope so. Yo, we got Young Truth with the super chat. What's going on, man? Thank you so much, man. He said, Jahan Dotson gonna get revenge game, bro. Best believe it. Everybody got their lick back. AJ, Bond, Chauncey, and Barkley. Watch Jahan gonna ball out. There's got to be some type of to start something with Jahan Dotson. Look, he's the number 3 receiver. He's not a number 2. So he's really not even the fucking 3rd option at this point. He's like maybe the 5th. Jalen Hurts is a weapon of himself. So, I mean, realistically, with Goddard back, he's probably the 6th option. Realistically, it's like AJ, Smitty, Goddard, Hurts, Barkley. Dotson might be the 6th fucking option, to be honest with you. You know? I want Jahan Dotson involved. Like, when he caught that ball and he just got up and he was like, yeah, he was like, he was doing that shit. I was like, yeah, bro. I love that. Fucking love that shit. You know? Appreciate the super chat, Young Truth. That means a whole lot. Listen, what up, Joey Shakes? How the hell does Avante Maddox keep making it? I honestly don't fucking know. There'll be like a play or two where, like, against the Jags, he comes in, he's on fucking Evan Ingram, and boom, Trevor Lawrence fucking targets Maddox immediately. Immediately. Catch. Maddox is horrible. Unfortunately, Cooper DeJean needs to play nickel this year. I want him to be like that Malcolm Jenkins type player. Now, when I say that, I don't mean like Malcolm Jenkins. I'm talking about how they used him, just kind of move him, let him like match up. I think they need to get an upgrade at nickel next year, and I think they really need to try to move him around the field. I think he's way too valuable to put at one position. I think he's way too valuable, bro. Look at that. Look at the fake fucking QB sneak. The fake QB sneak from Trevor Lawrence. He went in, he came back out. Fucking DeJean saw that shit. The two of them, two big plays from Cooper DeJean. Fucking fantastic, man. Lance, I think Dotson even said in his interview that it would be his revenge, but that depends if they're playing him. It's true. Young boy Majesty, what's going on, man? Hope you're doing well, man. Do you think Calcaterra will affect Dotson's opportunity? And despite what everyone has to say about him, an opportunity given, you think he'll make a good impact for us if used properly? Yes, I think Dotson would be a huge impact. But as a number 3 receiver, he doesn't get much. The Commanders use Olamide Zaccheaus pretty fucking nice. I mean, they give him opportunities all the damn time. But for some reason, since Quez was gone, they really haven't given wide receiver 3s opportunities. Olamide Zaccheaus with the Eagles was a good player coming off of his best season with the Falcons, over 500 yards, 2 touchdowns. And it just seems like they just fucking, I mean, Quez Watkins was an up and down player in Philadelphia, but he just wasn't reliable on the big moments. Olamide Zaccheaus had a couple touchdowns for the year last year, but it just wasn't enough, unfortunately. He just never got the right opportunity. So now you're down to trading for Jahan Dotson, giving away a 3rd and giving away a fucking 7th. And you don't even fucking, I mean, there's nothing even when AJ Brown was out and you had Devontae Smith out with a concussion. I mean, they barely, like, Paris Campbell was like the closest player from a couple catches to have somewhat chemistry or drawn up plays for. I like how they drew up a play for Johnny Wilson that got brought back. The touchdown in the end zone got brought back. So Johnny Wilson had a shot. At least they gave a shot to Jahan Dotson. But, man, this fucking guy needs to get involved, man. I think there's going to be a lot of double tight end sets in this game. If Goddard's back on Sunday, they might play a lot of double tight end sets. It wouldn't shock me. It wouldn't, because I don't like it, but it's another thing that they could do to give some different looks since Goddard is back now. With Calcaterra now out there being another weapon, your offense just got better by Goddard coming back, because you have Calcaterra now that's playing pretty fucking good, Real Rich 22, the super chat says Q plays a different spot, but his hit tendencies. I think he's fine, man. I think he's fine. What do you mean by his hit tendencies? I don't think there's been really a big issue with him, to be honest. Perfectly fine, man. Perfectly fine. Young True with the super chat. What's going on? I appreciate it. Says, players said that Dotson going to get his revenge. Who the fuck? Where did this come from? Yeah, somebody said, appreciate the super chat, by the way. I want to see where the fuck that came from. Somebody says Covey still has the most catches. Yeah, I think he has 7 receptions for the year. They're giving Britton Covey more fucking opportunity this season than trading for a better player than Covey, a better receiver than Covey. Because I'm telling you, like, Cooper DeJean is going to be off those punt returns in 2 seconds. But, man. Yeah, the third, yes, Jordan. The third round pick was used to get Lattimore, yes. The third round pick the Eagles gave them got Lattimore. Nobody was giving up a 3rd round pick for a 28-year-old fucking corner. And I don't think he's anything special, bro. Is he a nice veteran guy to have? Sure. Is he anything special? No, he's not. But these fucking nerds, these fucking internet nerds, just want to put up like videos of him him making the plays that only he makes on Eagles receivers, like those fucking nerds that do that shit. Fucking hate people that do shit like that. So annoying. Appreciate Super Chat, man. Thomas said Brayton Covey still has the most. Yeah, I read that. Young Boy says doing well, man. Appreciate it. Dotson starting to give me Penny vibes. No, the difference is he's actually a stud. The difference is he's actually a fucking stud. That's the difference. Darian Dudley says, it isn't like Dotson don't want the ball. Said it. I don't think that's the case, bro. Like, you have to be, obviously, like, I've seen him on the flat a million times. How many times I've seen Jahan Dotson sit there like, hey, pass the ball to me, and Jalen throws downfield. I have no issue with it because Hurts is making plays. You know. Chris says, remember what Vic said. He doesn't care about the player's status. Whoever's playing better will start. That's what I like about him, too. He gives players snaps that deserves to get the snaps. Leon says, do we beat Baltimore? That's going to be that's our toughest game of the year. That's our toughest game of the year. Are the Eagles making every game fucking tough? Sure. But is that their best? Is that the best of the year? Sure. Their defense, their defenses look suspect. Their offense still looks pretty fucking good. Lamar Jackson could do fucking anything. They really have to contain him. They really have to have a good practice that week and it's nice to have Jalen Hurts to extend plays, maybe give the defense some looks where he's going to extend plays like crazy. They can't take bad angles on Lamar Jackson. They really got to get his hands on him and take him the fuck down because anything can happen when he's the fucking quarterback. So DBN says, Joey, appreciate I overlook the Cowboys more in Washington. Yeah, but I'm not trying to overlook them. I'm just obviously it's 1 week, right? So we're gonna be talking about the Cowboys. We're gonna be talking about Washington. Washington is obviously the bigger game, but you got to win these division games. You got to win them. You know what I mean? You have one division game under your belt right now. If you can at least win this game against Washington, say you lose at the end of the year against Washington, at least like you'll win that tiebreaker. That Packers game is probably going to be more important than we realize going forward, especially in the NFC. So that should be really interesting. Young Truth with Super Chat says, in one of the interviews, I got to go back. Well, if you find it, send it to me on Twitter because I'll definitely look over it and see if I can take anything from that. Brand Peck says, Joey Barkley's on pace for 1,965 yards for 340 carries. Oh, that sounds a lot better than over 400 to fucking 500 carries. Generational, yes. It's crazy how he's been NFC Player of the Week 3 fucking times. The Eagles have unlocked something that Barkley never unlocked with the fucking Giants. And obviously with the talent around him, a good offensive line, and a nice distribution with the quarterback, it's been... Man, what would have Saquon's statistics would have been like if the Eagles had him the last 6 fucking years? I'm not even kidding, dude. It's insane, man. It's insane. Real Rich 22 with Super Chat. Thank you so much. He said, I'm saying, don't you think Q has a same hit tackle style as as B-Dog, you the man. Also, what's your predicted score for the game Sunday? Oh, yeah. I mean, he's very physical. I mean, he showed that at the fucking Senior Bowl. I remember watching a lot of fucking video on him on the Senior Bowl. He was one of the most physical fucking pushback corners I've seen in a while. Very handsy, so it got me a little nervous, but it showed in that Senior Bowl, no doubt. He was the best looking corner in that fucking Senior Bowl. But as the same style, sure. Talks a lot of shit when he has to talk it, and, he backs it up, man. He backs it up. If you're getting a mic'd up moment from Mike Evans saying he has the most juice on that defense, that's a really good sign. Really good sign. I mean, I just read his statistics earlier. He's given up under... Let's see. Yeah, he hasn't even given up 100 yards. He hasn't even given up 100 yards to receivers this season at all. You know, it's crazy, man. It's fucking insane. The score to the game, I don't know. Sunday, I would say 31. I would say 31-14, maybe 31-14. I would say. Just because I feel like they should have a big separation, at the end of the third, they should have by mid to end of the third, they should have big separation that game. So we'll see what happens. Kevin said, I think we can contain him if we keep healthy. Parr says, give Saquon 20 carries. 20 carries is great. Between 18 to 23 is a good number for him for Sunday. Because if Gainwell's not producing, they have no choice but to put here, I'm gonna put something up on the board here. Okay. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to I gotta put all these up. No, not that one. No, not that one. What the fuck? Not that one. I don't know if I can put all these up. So obviously Gainwell this year, right? 31 carries, 124 yards. He's got no touchdowns. Between Saquon, Gainwell, Jahmyr Gibbs, and Montgomery, the two running backs, the 1 and 2 punch with the Detroit Lions, Gainwell has the lowest fucking average per carry. I think Montgomery has 4.4 average for the season. Gainwell has only four yards right now. He's got no touchdowns for the year. Montgomery and fucking Jahmyr Gibbs have 7 apiece. That's why this coaching staff needs to get their shit together because, they've already put in a toll. They've already put in a toll so far. They've already put in a fucking huge toll on Saquon as it is right now. Because he's entering dangerous territory right now. Dangerous territory. Jahmyr Gibbs and fucking Montgomery have 7 touchdowns apiece. And their snap counts are literally very identical. It's I think there's a 9-play difference. You know what I mean? That's why I think Gainwell is not up. Gainwell's as a number 3, okay. As a number 2, definitely fucking not. Definitely fucking not. He doesn't have a specific special running skill set. I think the one thing that Kenneth Gainwell is really good at is when you actually give the ball to him in open space, he can make guys miss. When you have to, it was 3rd and short, and they run him up the middle on that. It was the first quarter. I remember that first series. Okay. It was 3rd and 1. Saquon leaves. Gainwell comes in. Gainwell gets a run up the middle. He hits a wall and he falls right down. That's the shit I'm talking about. He's nothing special, man. He's nothing special. Nothing special at all. I like Kenneth Gainwell. I have nothing against him as a player, but how the Eagles value him in their fucking minds on this roster, it fucking kills me, man. Kills me. I don't like that shit. Chris says if Jalen Hunt plays well when he gets a chance, he'll be in the rotation more than Huff. Oh, 100%. It was already that Bryce Huff was on the fucking trade block. Bryce Huff was apparently on the fucking trade block. Before the Jaguars game, he had a fucking wrist or a hand injury, whatever it was. He played 5-6 snaps in that Jags game, did absolutely nothing. It just looks like a really bad fucking contract right now. Since he's gotten to a 4-point stance, he's looked better, but it's not much to me. It's not much to me at all. You know? So Philly thinks that my favorite Eagles win over the Cowboys in the rivalry was when the Eagles beat the Cowboys 37-9 in the first matchup in 17. Because what happened that same season? The Eagles won the Super Bowl. Yeah. That is truth. Richie says Miles Sanders might be released this week after the Germany game. Yo, if they do it, why not? The chemistry is already there. Him and Saquon are just perfect for each other. I don't see why not. Be the best reunion, man. Is Miles Sanders better than Kenneth Gainwell? That's the question. Yes, I think he's a little bit more stylish and could benefit a lot more. We know what Miles Sanders could do because he's been figuratively speaking, I think Miles really had one good year in Philadelphia because he was either fumbling the football, dropping the football, or fucking injured. That's just the truth. That's not me trying to just make him look bad, but Miles Sanders can run 1,000 yards in this offense. DeAndre Swift can have his first 1,000-yard season with this in his career in this offense. You got a big fucking generational back in Saquon Barkley, a 3-down back in Philadelphia now. There's just nothing fucking behind it. You know? I mean, if he gets released, shit. You know? Philly said, we didn't land an edge rusher at the trade deadline. I would love to see Jalen Hurts get more reps. We need all the help we can get in the playoffs. Yeah, dude. Like, I've heard the last couple weeks that, Fangio said it a couple weeks ago, he's going to get more reps. After that Giants game, never got more reps. He got 5 reps last game, I think. I didn't get much. Take snaps away from Bryce Huff, man. If he was already on the trade block, they want him out of Philadelphia already. They want to get out of that contract some way. You know what I mean? Jordan says, Vic, get the cornerback coach, Christian Parker from Denver. Along with these young cornerbacks have made the difference for the defense. Last in coverage last year, 3rd best currently. Commanders gave up a lot for cornerback because they're desperate. Oh, yeah. And Marshawn Lattimore isn't a 3rd-round pick for Marshawn Lattimore. I don't even know if that's a fantastic trade for them, to be honest. You're giving away a 3rd-round pick for a 28-year-old fucking corner that's a good player, but nothing fucking special to be, Young True the Super Chat, thank you so much, Bases. Got it. Big play Slay said on his last show. Oh, I gotta watch that. Yo, Young Truth, put the link for that in the live chat if you can, or send it to me on X. By the way, I want to watch that. It's on his podcast. God, man. Offensively, we shouldn't be worried about anything, but we have to because of this fucking head coach or this ownership to the fucking GM that wants Nick to push the analytics. It's one or the other. Real Rich to the Super Chat says, off topic, you're seen Black Butterfly? You're seen Black Butterfly? What the fuck is that, dude? Are you saying you've seen Black Butterfly? I don't know what that is. Bro, I'm gonna search Black Butterfly. I'm telling you right now, if I get any type of porn, I'm gonna be pissed. Black Butterfly. I swear to fucking God, if I see fucking porn, I'm gonna be pissed. Black Butterfly. What is around the contrast between the white L, an area in Inner Harbor and stretching straight north? Okay, I don't know. I have no idea what the fuck that even means. But I have no idea what that means. Is it really? I mean, nothing came up bad, so I guess that's good. I mean, nothing came up bad, so we're all right. We're all right. Young Boy said, appreciate Super Chat, by the way. Young Boy said, what's your personal opinion on getting more out of CJ? As of right now, he's been non-existent. Yeah, I think the problem with me is I feel like the Eagles treat him like he's some big, rangy fucking safety. His coverage has been lacking at times a lot, especially in red zone. He got beat by a practice squad player last week. So I think he'll come into his own. He's had some good games this year, but his coverage has been lacking a little bit. So we'll see how we'll see. I'm not too down on him too much. Oh, it's a movie. Chris said people don't realize how good Shipley is. I've watched him play in college. I mean, just watch him in the preseason, what he did on some of the... If you could pass to Shipley on stride, like once he has the ball in his hands, what he could do in open space is fucking ridiculous, dude. He's 3 steps. Every step he takes is 3 steps for somebody else. I mean, he's that quick. Even I actually really liked Britton Covey in the offense early in the year before we traded for Jahan Dotson. Like when they had Britton Covey in the offense for a few plays this season, I thought he had some good reps, man. I like how they're using his speed because he's all speed. Unfortunately, he's got he doesn't really have. He really can't keep balance. He can't take big hits. Unfortunately, you know. Make money, no friends. As they brought back number 75 on the practice squad. Holy shit! I just forgot his fucking name, and we drafted him. Holy shit. Holy shit. How did I just forget his fucking name? Oh, God. Jackson? Tyron Jackson? What's his name? Tyron Jackson, right? What was he, a 7th round pick? What was he, a 6th round pick for the Eagles? 6th round pick? You know they need defensive end help because if they let go of Will Greer, they're letting go of their third quarterback for Tyron Jackson. Okay, Terod Jackson from I forgot what school he went to. I did a hype video on him when he got drafted, actually. I remember that shit. But I used to do hype videos I used to do like hype videos for every player being drafted all the time. It should already tell you that they really need help badly. Just put Jalen Hunt in the fucking rotation. And you know what, another thing that pisses me off? Because I already hate this defense as it is. Like, I just hate the scheme in general. When the end's going to coverage, man, none of these guys can cover. Stop putting Brandon Graham in coverage on Malik Neighbors. Stop putting Nolan Smith on Jamar Chase in the end. Like, just stop. Jamar Chase in the end zone, but him and Nolan Smith. Remember the first play of the Giants game on the defense? Remember Joshua was on fucking Malik Neighbors in an open field? Come on now. Yeah, it just doesn't. I think Jalen Hunt is the perfect. He's going to be another fucking Zach Bond for this defense. Another Zach Bond for this defense. Honestly, as a perimeter at 6'3", 252, a safety transition to a fucking edge rusher. That man can cover tight ends. He's got a high IQ. He gets off of blocks. He sees things before they happen. He can cover running backs on wheel routes. Like, do you see what he did in those preseason games? He's a perfect fit in Philadelphia for this defense. No doubt. Chris says, we need to see how good Jalen Hunt could be. If he plays really well, so you might have to pick up edge in free agency. We could draft a cheap young guy in the first. They have to draft an edge rusher in the first round. You don't have an Aiden Hutchinson. You don't have a TJ Watt. You don't have a Myles Garrett. You don't have a type of player like that. They need an apex predator fucking attention bitch on that edge that's going to get so much attention. I think that's part of why Jalen Carter isn't having... Jalen Carter's having a pretty good year because I think his sack numbers are okay. His pressures are great. He had 6 pressures in that game against the Jags. He was in Lawrence's face a lot of times in that game, but if we can't get sacks, we have to rely on pressures and tackling. And obviously this secondary has to play fast on these fast break tackles, get fucking 3-4 helmets to the football. And that's going to be a big one. So we'll see. Young True Super Chat, appreciate it, man. He says, yeah, big play slay 751. All right, let me write that down. All right. Okay. Just so I remember. I forget numbers and shit pretty fucking easily. So Coastal Carolina. Teron Jackson? Ah, okay. Rich GMC said Dallas Goedert full practice. Yeah, boy. He's back. AJ Brown's a full go too, man. Trevon Grimes. Dude, Trevon Grimes was so exciting, dude. From Florida. Trevon Grimes, dude, he got hurt so much in the offseason program, man. He couldn't even stay on his 2 fucking legs. Trevon Grimes, had a huge chance, man. He had a big chance. I wouldn't have minded him as a fucking tight end as well, but man, it was unfortunate. He was really a big hype up. Was he drafted? He was undrafted, right? He was undrafted, Trevon Grimes. Damn. Crazy, crazy shit, man. Paul Beerhalter says AJ Devontae own Forbes and Lattimore. Yeah, I mean, I know Forbes has been bad. Man, for a guy in his rookie year last year, I remember, man, like when AJ fucking like, God, when AJ like literally embarrassed him. That was a wake up call right there. But for Lattimore, though, it's an upgrade, definitely. Young Boy says, what's the deal with Bradbury? Nothing. I mean, he should be coming back in a couple weeks. He's still injured. He doesn't deserve a roster spot, bro. He doesn't deserve a roster spot. I'm telling you right now, you already have Sidney Brown backing up that safety spot. The only thing I can see them doing is maybe taking out Tristan McCollum. Maybe. Tristan McCollum, I think, is the backup safety still, isn't he not? I think he is still. Real Rich Choi 2 Super Chat says, do a poll for first score for Eagles, Hurts to Browd. Okay. Want to do a hold on. Where the fuck are here we go. What do you mean Hurts to Brown? What do you mean? What do you want the thing to say? Do a poll for first score for Eagles. So let's do let's do okay. So you want to say between like anybody? I can't fucking type. Not a Q&A, motherfucker. I don't do polls that much. There we go. Now you know what I'm gonna do? We're gonna do that. We'll do that. All right. We'll do that. We'll do that. First score. AJ, who scores first? AJ, Devontae Smith, Saquon Barkley, or is it going to be a push-tush for Jalen Hurts? You let me know. Real Rich wants to find out from everybody. Vote up, vote up, vote up. Broad Street Sports Podcast. What's going on, man? It's sport. Yo, Joey, I am going to the Eagles versus Commanders next week. So excited. It's a big game. Good for you, man. It should be exciting. Let them fucking have it, dude. Be as many people at this game as possible. I got to sneeze. Sorry. Jordan says Commanders were desperate, not a bad cornerback, but not what he once was. They're eighth worst in coverage. Anything is an upgrade when you've been that bad. You know what? Let's actually look at the Washington Command. Let's actually look at their statistics right now. Um, I can't find it. Fuck. What happened to that site? No. '24 rankings. Yeah. Okay. So the Commanders in 2024. So actually, all right. So they're what? Third in points, second in yards. I think offensively. This is offensively, isn't it? So their passing attack is 23rd. No, that's not right. That's not right. They have 18 sacks for the season. Oh, they look pretty good defense. I don't know if this is right. This might be right. I don't know. I have to look at it again, though. I'm not sure. Oops, let me fix the chat. Hold on. Sorry. Young True the Super Chat says, who's going to get their first Q or... I hope somebody. I hope somebody. You know? I hope so, man. Turnovers is like the main thing, dude. Nakobe Dean, bro. The linebackers, bro. I can't believe. I eat my own words, bro. I always humble myself. I get humbled sometimes, and this is one of those moments where I get humbled because Nakobe Dean has looked really good. I mean, I don't know why Trevor Lawrence would fucking pass it into the end zone like that on 1st and 10. I mean, that was 1st and 10 when he threw that shit, which was really stupid of him to even do that. But, you know, that's how that goes with that. Georgia, the coverage stat I got was PFF and how they're covering in the secondary. The offense being out there longer had it covered up. Plus, playing the Bears helps. Yeah. You know, obviously playing the Bears definitely helps, no doubt. That game definitely helped them 100%. That was a lucky motherfucking game. Entertaining as shit, though. Entertaining as shit. Paul says, Jalik's interception. Elaine says, me too, Joey. It's my birthday gift. Can't wait. Oh, that's awesome. I hope you enjoy. Hopefully that brings good luck. You know? Hopefully that brings really good luck. But let me tell you, it's very exciting. You know, next week is a crucial week, man. 2 division games. It's going to be a crazy fucking week. Chris says, Dean and Bond are rated as top linebackers in the NFL right now, I believe. Yeah, I mean, they've been graded over 93, 94 point something the last couple weeks. PFF, not that I follow PFF too much, but Leon says, can you believe we have the 3rd ranked defense? I'm telling you, time, dude. It just took time. What did I say before the season started, though? I said the defense is going to take their bumps and bruises. You know, Cooper DeJean obviously was the first step. Cooper DeJean was the first step to this whole entire thing because we had a big liability with Maddox in that fucking secondary. That was the first bit of business. I'm actually shocked that Quinyon Mitchell really just... Quinyon Mitchell has been good since the beginning of the season. Like, Quinyon Mitchell hasn't had his worst game of the year. His worst game of the year was the Saints game against fucking Chris Olave with 23 yards. That should tell you. The linebackers are playing so much better. So much better. They actually showed the play, which we didn't get to see in the open practice, Remember Nakobe Dean was talking about he got beat on that play? We saw the one play where he got his knees buckled. Remember he had a fucking ankle breaker when fucking Kenneth Gainwell ran on him in that open practice. They showed the clip when he was talking on the sideline to his coach. Bobby King has been a fucking excellent coach. You know what the one thing they brought to this defense? They brought in a lot of these individual positional coaches that have so much experience, like 10 plus years. Bobby King has 10 plus years experience with linebackers. I mean, fantastic. He got beat. They showed the clip of him getting beat on that wheel route, and he got fucking burnt on that play. And we destroyed Nakobe Dean after that fucking open practice. Destroyed him. Keith out with the super. Thank you so much. Says, you think we'll get more respect beating Baltimore or Washington? I think we just have to win whatever is in front of us, really. We can't nitpick so much over, well, Baltimore was a good team, and then, that Baltimore lost didn't have a great beginning of the season, and then they start getting some wins, and then they lose against the Browns, and then they, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think Baltimore's defense on paper look great. They just haven't been playing well. Offensively, they look good, and sometimes they have their moments. More respect. I don't think it's a respect factor. I mean, I think if the Eagles I think they never give the Eagles respect beating a good team. Okay, it's like, oh, well, Baltimore, if the Eagles beat Baltimore, but did Baltimore, Baltimore didn't play up, they didn't look great, and, the Eagles took advantage of it. It's never that. Washington is so fucking hyped up right now. I think it's a divisional game, so getting that division win in the win column is a great thing, especially you need to win your division games. So I don't think the Eagles fucking care who they get respect for outside the league. I don't give a shit. I'm not like every time we get a win, I look out to see who's respecting us, and I can fucking care less, dude. We have to take care of business every week, then that's all that matters. But more, if you want me to answer and say more respect, I think they'll get more respect out of the Baltimore win because I think they're praised a little bit more. Washington, I think they're praised when they win, and when they lose, I think there's always an excuse towards Washington why they lost. I'm sorry. Look, if Washington fucking destroys us, I will fucking congratulate them. I'll be a team fucking sport. I'll be like, congratulations, you beat our ass, blah, blah, blah. And if it's a close game, I'll do the same thing. Like, I'll be humble about it, and obviously when the Eagles do something wrong, I am on top of that shit. I don't care how much crap I get from people. I am nitty gritty, to the fucking point, not walking on eggshells, throwing whoever under the bus as I possibly want to say who is the fucking blame for the Eagles' loss. And that's what matters. That's what matters. George says Washington has played the Giants twice, Panthers, Browns, Bears. We will be the test to show how their defense really is. Yeah, and the Ravens. They faced the Ravens. They lost. The best game they've looked is the Ravens game. Probably, I guess, maybe. Well, not best look. They scored like 40-something points on the fucking Panthers. But yeah, I think this is a test for them. I think this is a big test for them. They haven't faced us this year. You know what I mean? They haven't faced us this year. Damn, I gotta hold on. I gotta get my chat back up. Sorry. My chat's, I don't know. This extension's not working too great. I don't know why. Hold on. Let me just copy and paste this. We're good. Yeah. I mean, look, and Washington fans are saying, well, Philly, who did you play? Well, we faced better talent than they have so far. I think we faced a good Green Bay team. Very good game. We knew it was going to be a close fucking game. And obviously that Atlanta game, I think Atlanta's a good fucking team too. So I think those are two very good teams that we faced this season. Unfortunately, we lost against Atlanta, not because we were the worst team. We shot ourselves in the foot a lot of times, especially that last play, which was a successful play. As much as I don't agree with throwing it on 4th and 3, it was wide open. And the Eagles should have one loss right now under their belt. The Eagles should be leading the division right now after that game. You know what I mean? So, it is what it is, man. Young Boy says that's like KC 7-0, but haven't played a winning team yet. Yeah, and KC on top of it, too, to a point where, Patrick Mahomes was throwing more picks than touchdowns for the year. And how many fucking games the defense has just has bailed him out this season? A lot of games, Parr says Washington only put 23 up on Baltimore. Well, I mean, look, Baltimore is a good team. Like, I don't really care about the points you put up, but, it just depends. You could go back and forth. It's a week-to-week league, guys. It's a week-to-week league. Like, oh, well, this team beat that team, but that team didn't beat this team, but this team beat, if you do that every week, it's tiring. So I get it. You can't win in the NFL by scoring 20 points a game, 23 points a game. That's what the Eagles did offensively last year. They averaged 20-something points. And then they averaged, look, let me tell you, like Sean Desai was only giving up 20-something points a game. And then when fucking Patricia came in, we were giving up 30 plus, 28 plus a game. It got worse over time, but that Falcons game will haunt us. Been saying it since the end of the game. Yeah, I know. It is what it is. But we learn from it. Like, it happens, man. It happens. Young Truth, the Super Chat says, Ravens lost to the Browns, which is true. Washington almost lost to the Bears, which is true. The Bears are the most overrated. I think the Bears are the most overrated fucking team. Overrated fucking team. Bad. Teams we thought the Bears were going to be a powerhouse. We thought Houston was going to be a good fucking team. Houston has given up more pressures and more sacks offensively. Their offensive line is really bad. Obviously, they haven't had Nico Collins, so getting him back will definitely help them, but they haven't looked great either, They haven't looked fantastic either. Let me hit this one quick. Kirk, what's going on, man? He said, when is Covey coming back? I'm guessing within a week or two. Probably after this week, I would have to say. So, I'm chewing on Skull Cherry. Skull Cherry. I still got these Lucy's. I still got the Lucy's. Ball into that Falcons game. Oh, I already said that. Elaine says, great view center field rose from box seats. Me and my fiance and brother and sister. Oh, that's awesome. I hope you have a good time. I hope you have a great time. I haven't tried Zins, Kirk. I haven't tried Zins. Well, my deli sells Zins. We're gonna throw in a couple mango flavored. I thought the espresso was pretty good, but Swift stats for the year. Let's see what DeAndre Swift has done, getting paid $8 million a year. Because the fucking Chicago Bears never tampered that. He's got 505 yards, 4 touchdowns, 4 yards a carry average. He's got 500 yards. It's not bad. It's actually not great. It's not great compared to what he did in Philadelphia. Obviously, we didn't use him enough last year. He would have hit 1,000 yards. Yeah, he hit 1,000 yards the second to last game of the season, which was fucking really embarrassing. 505 yards, 4 touchdowns. He averages 4 carries. He's average right now. He's pretty much fucking average. He has more than Kenny. Yeah. Actually, he has less carries than Kenny. He has I think he has 5 less. He has 5 less with more yards, and he has touchdowns, 4 touchdowns. So I think he has. I think Gainwell has 130, 131, 130, 131. I think, and DeAndre Swift has 125. From what I'm looking at here, from what I can see right here. Young boy says, "Hey Joey, did your girlfriend enjoy her time?" Oh yeah, she. I was hoping to fucking God she was going to, and she did. Thank God. I want to thank a subscriber. I won't say his name. I don't know if he's even in the chat because he hasn't showed up today. But LaShawn McCoy was signing autographs. One of my subscribers, supporters, sent me. LaShawn McCoy was signing autographs a couple Saturdays ago. And he sent me this in the mail. The Snow Bowl game. He sent me an autograph, which I was very surprised over. He didn't have to do this. So I want to say thank you to him. I won't say his name, but he sent me this autograph that he signed. He was at the Toys collectibles place signing autographs and stuff. So I want to thank him for the autograph for LaShawn McCoy. Fucking awesome. So thank you so much, man. If you're out there, if you're watching, thank you so much. It is fantastic. It is awesome. So I want to thank you for that. I want to give him a shout out because, that's really cool. Really cool. Oh no, Parker. No. Yeah. That's what I meant. He has 31. Sorry. He has 31. He has 31 carries. Yes. So, yeah, as a number 2 back, yeah. So, yeah. So, I think they're averaging the same amount of yards per carry, but Swift has a lot more carries. Sorry, I totally fucking took a shit. I hope Barkley puts up 5 tutties Sunday. Unfortunately, we can't let him do that Sunday. We can't, Kirk. He's in a dangerous zone right now. He's in a danger zone with his carries right now. That man fucking got tired in that fucking game. He got tired in that fucking game. He did way too much in that game. Way too much. Obviously, when you have to do it, you got to do it. But the last 3 weeks, he's fucking ran a lot. And now he's got 2 games in 1 week. He cannot run over 23 times these next couple of games. Shark with a super chat. Let's go, man. Appreciate it. Says Joey, put 434 on Ravens. No way Ravens are beating us. I hope they do. It'll be the toughest game of the year. It might not. It depends what the Ravens look like by that time. Teams change over time. I think the Vikings got hot way too early. Tampa Bay looks really bad right now because they lost both of their. I don't know if Mike Evans is back yet, but obviously Chris Godwin, done for the year. I think Detroit. I think the NFC is wide open, and obviously Detroit is the main factor, man. Detroit, man. That's a fucking team right there. That's a team right there. Francis, Joey, did you see Barkley got drug tested? Yeah, I saw the video. Yeah, that's fucking. I'm actually not even surprised. Jay says, Jay for Philly says, when you updating the setup? Yeah, so I'm gonna be changing a few things soon. I literally just got all the Halloween stuff in the fucking closets, like in my storage. I just got all this house has been a mess the last 2.5, 3 weeks. There was boxes. I had shit behind me. Everything is pretty much like back to normal now. With Christmas coming around, all that shit now. I'm working on some things right now. I've already saved some sites. I'm going to be buying some stuff soon. The camera will be in front of us probably in the future. It won't be to the fucking side anymore, which I can't stand. I only have this like this because of I have a big widescreen fucking monitor and I need to get something else, but it will change due time. Due time. If not now, probably by like probably after the Super Bowl. I think things are going to change dramatically. So, Kirk, it's so fun to watch though. That backwards hurdle was insanity. I know, man. I love watching everybody's reactions of it. So if you want to see all of my reactions from live streams, go to TikTok because I have TikTok now. I don't go on TikTok and watch it all the time. I'm not a TikToker, but I upload a lot of shit on there. So if you want to see all my live stream reactions, follow me on TikTok at JoeyShake72. If you guys have it, link in the description for the TikTok. If you guys haven't checked out the Joey Shake 72 Shake Squad memberships to support the channel, link at the top, pin comment. Definitely support if you guys have it either. Yo, boy, Majesty, would you jet sweep at Dawson and give Barkley a break? If not, picking up a running back. Just put in fucking Will Shipley, man. Just get some Will Shipley involved. Yeah, sure. If Miles Sanders gets released after a week, if that's the fucking rumor right now, then go get him. But just get Will Shipley involved, man. Get him involved in the passing game. Do something. Chris said the Cowboys ran DeMarco Murray's career into the ground by running him 35 times a game. We got to rest Barkley. I fucking agree with that 100%. 100%. Well, that's what they do anyway. They ran Tony Romo's career into the ground. Those fucking back spinal shots they would give him to numb his back. Romo had fucking spinal, I forgot what it's called, but he had an issue with his spine for years. He had lower back injuries. They used to shoot him up with doses of shit to fucking numb his back. I mean, you don't do that shit, dude. Cowboys always run players into the fucking ground, but the Eagles can't do that with Saquon. We got Saquon for technically another 2 years. Well, really another year and a fucking his third year will be an option year. You know the Eagles aren't getting rid of Saquon's going to be here the rest of his fucking career. I don't care what anybody says. They'd be stupid. They'd be stupid enough to let him go after a couple of years. George Swift and Galus were awful with missing wide open lane by this line. Swift missed open lanes last year from what the stats said, and the tape showed keep Barkley. Yeah, there was a lot of Chicago Bear fans on Twitter. I remember through the weeks this season, I remember there was some Bear fans showing video of Swift missing wide open lanes. You could be right because I've seen those videos before. Yeah, Parker, they did misuse DeMarco Murray when the Eagles got him because they ran him fucking east and west. They never ran him as a north and south runner. I think that was the biggest problem when they ended up getting him. So, yeah. No. I went to that fucking game. I went to DeMarco Murray's first game in Philadelphia, and it was against the Cowboys, and I spent over $1,000 that day. And went home so fucking pissed off. They were like negative 2 in rushing. They were like negative yards in rushing. They never got positive yards in rushing. That fucking week. It's fucking insane, bro. It's fucking insane. I was Philly 500 just texted me. Yeah, I mean, other than that, guys, I think that's it. I mean, we're gonna have the Philly shakedown tomorrow night. We'll be streaming. We'll be live play-by-play reaction of both games next week. Cowboys, Commanders. We'll be ready to go for Sunday. Videos, live streams, all that stuff. But shakedown tomorrow. We'll have a lot to talk about. We'll talk about the trade deadline. We'll talk about everything else that's been going on. You know. Donnie says, Joey, how lucky are we to have Cooper DeJean and Quignon, dude? Oh, we hit gold. I mean, really, Cooper DeJean is a first-round talent because those picks went to, the 14, 15 pick offensive players. Like, I wouldn't say Cooper DeJean landed in our lap. We had to move in front of Green Bay because Green Bay was going to get him. We actually traded up with the Washington Commanders to go get him, but we got him. I think we got two first-round talents in this defense. I feel like it's a lot harder to find good corners or to draft good corners that especially fall down to you in drafts, especially in the second round. It's tough than getting good defensive linemen. I think it's a lot tougher finding really good nickel corners, find good guys that play on the outside or find the corner of the future. I think it's very hard to do that. I don't think it's as easy as everyone thinks it is. But that edge, look next year, tight end, fucking edge rusher, offensive line, shit. Find more nickel corners. We need more nickel corners. The depth is bad at nickel right now. And we'll see what it looks like on the outside, what they do with Rodgers if they re-sign him, or if they feel like Keely Ringo won the job, or they feel like they're going to draft another corner next year. I don't know. Early, not too early, maybe second round or something like that. I don't know. Chris says that Chip cut the LaShawn because he didn't run north and south. Chip sucked. Yeah, who is the guy? Remember, like, they would get into red zone, and who would they put in? Remember they took LaShawn McCoy out of red zone? Who was that fucking dude they put in all the time? Give me a name. I know you guys know. That player that they put in, that backup running back, he was a kick returner. Remember that Washington game when Deshaun Jackson came back to Philly for the first time? I was at that game when Deshaun Jackson was with Washington and got to Philadelphia that first game. Chris Polk. I remember that shit. Chris Polk used to take over, and he actually was successful, to be honest. He actually didn't do a bad job, but, George said, I think Swift is missing open lanes why the Eagles stopped using him so much down the stretch. Barkley with a slightly worse O-line's average, almost 6 yards per carry. Becton played very well last week, yeah. Mekhi Becton's been a beast, man. That's another crazy. Howie Roseman's got another big fucking decision to make at right guard because Tyler Steen played really fucking good. Really good, man. If Lane Johnson's going to retire in a couple years and you need to find your future right tackle, you sign Becton after this year. Becton will move to right tackle in a couple years, and Tyler Steen will become the new right guard for the Eagles. I think that will be the plan going forward. I thought Brock Bowers been played good. He's with Las Vegas, right? I thought he's been playing good. Has he not? I thought he was playing good. Maybe he's not playing good. But yeah, I think that's going to be it, guys. Short one today. Well, we're streaming for an hour, pretty much an hour and 30. Appreciate the super chats. Appreciate all the questions. We haven't talked since the trade deadline, so we've got 2 games coming up, 2 big games coming up. If you guys haven't subscribe to the channel, like the stream if you guys haven't. Helps out the channel tremendously. We'll be back tomorrow with the Philly Shakedown. If anybody is buying Philly Shakedown clothing, the site is down right now because we stopped. Our guy lives in Florida. He got hit by the hurricane really bad. He had some personal things going on, so we stopped sales of we finished some of the orders that were left for the Philly Shakedown podcast merch. We have a lot more merch coming, and we're fucking going to have a huge release on a lot of stuff. So I hope you guys are ready. Next week, we're actually going to be meeting with him next week. So that's why the clothing hasn't been, the site has been down for the last week and a half, 2 weeks, something like that. So we'll be back. We'll let you know when everything's back up and running, hopefully by the end of next week. So after unfortunately, it's going to be after next week, most likely. So, all right, you guys. Final on the poll. Yep. Oops. All right. The poll is ended. First to score against the Dallas Cowboys with 91 votes. Saquon Barkley at 46%. Damn. Number 1 on the list. Number 2 is A.J. Brown, 24%. The push-tush with Jalen Hurts is 20%. And Devontae Smith, 8%. Yeah, we don't think that, Devontae Smith, I think that should be a little bit higher this week. We'll see, though. We'll see. But, that is your poll for the day. And, all right, you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you guys. Appreciate it, Shrek, so much, man. You guys enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you guys on the next one. All right, Shakes well, follow us. Peace out, guys. Peace out. Peace.